From the girls, do you think most girls are objective, or do you think they think they're hotter than they are? Or do they underrate themselves? Go around.
Personally, I think it depends on the person, because growing up, I'm obviously not skinny. Hi, everyone. I'm not skinny. So growing up, I was never the beauty standard for anyone. So like all my friends were getting chatted up by people, blah, 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 blah. And I was just the other one, you know? So like I never really thought of myself as an attractive person. Like I would never call myself anything more than a 4. But now, like I don't really care about what anyone thinks about me. Like I've grown into myself, and I'm comfortable with who I am.
That is an outright lie. I don't care what she says. There's no way that she feels good about her body, how she looks, and how she feels. And I don't even mean it from a vanity standpoint, although that's certainly part of it. But when you are carrying a little extra weight, everything is more difficult to do. Everything. And she's carrying a considerably extra amount of weight.
I'm now that, like, even if you guys call me delusional or whatever, I think I'm maybe not a 10, let's not go that far, but like definitely an 8. So like, whether you guys think I am or not,
that's got nothing to do with her.
But like,
so what is it that took you from a 4 to an 8? If nothing's changed, what is it that takes you
loving
from a 4
myself
to an 8?
and looking in the mirror and not being disgusted at what I see.
I understand that. Yeah.
If you really love yourself, you will make an effort to be healthy. You don't have to be glamorous. You don't have to be skinny. You don't have to wear a size 2 or 4 or 6. But if you really love yourself, you're going to exercise. You're going to eat foods that are better for you. Maybe part of it is these are young people who don't understand the ramifications of these health choices long term, like someone like myself in my 50s.
Yeah.
So,
but that doesn't, you're not necessarily being objective about how other people view you, right? Because isn't that what a rating really is? Like what you think the vast majority of people...
Like if I rated myself 1 to 10, I give myself a 5. I think I'm normal looking. And I just think it's based on my results. I think if I was an 8, 9, or 10, I would have had modeling contracts. Because people in the top 20% of beauty, they get modeling contracts.
but what is beauty?
So what is beauty? I mean, there's a lot of things. Like if you... I mean, you can go online and have people rate your pictures, and they rank you 1 to 10.
That's wild.
And so you can get a lot of data that says how attractive you are in society. And men.
I think there's something deeply flawed about putting pictures of yourself online and asking people to rate you. Deep character flaws. Like, you're either going to get slayed or praised or both, and maybe you're looking for some reinforcement. Lord knows it's easy in an environment of social media and selfie sticks to do all of those things, and talk about psychological harm you can bring to yourself.
And women will rate you like every day. How we look is like how we represent ourselves. It's not fun, but it's just like being honest. So, and it's also like you can get dating apps to like, you know, everyone's Tinder, Bumble, like they have a ranking for you behind the scenes. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. We're all I trust.
So, I don't understand when girls say like, I'm an 8 or sometimes I hear girls say 10, because I hear this a lot where they're saying like, because I love myself and I'm like confident now. But don't you think attractiveness is based on results?
They may be, but I don't care about those results, to be honest.
But do you think then you're not being objective?
She absolutely cares about those results.
About how attractive you are, or how attractive anyone else might be?
I guess not, but that stuff's not really important to me.
Sure, yeah.
I think when someone when someone rates somebody, why does that have anything to do with them? Like if someone rated like somebody a 3, and it's just like, oh, okay, that's your opinion. Like it's not like a rating is not a fact; it's an opinion.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
Everyone's opinion then would add up to a fact, huh?
Yeah, add up to a consensus. Maybe not a fact, but consensus.
Consensus. Yeah,
Yeah, but I think Like I have a group of friends, right? And when I walk into the room with the group of friends, I know immediately who's going to get the most attention from the guys. It's not me, right? I have like a friend who's like very, very attractive. And I know when I walk into a room with her, like the guys talk to her first, because like girls, you can kind of just feel it. But I'm
so fat. Brendan, you're not fat. It's the shirt. Look at Nate. His true.
Almost wonder when I hear like, and I hear this from girls a lot, like I'm a 10, I'm a 10, I'm a 10. If that's not like rooted in reality, because attractiveness, like there's numbers behind it, whether it's just your results in the world or your dating app data or the type of guys you can get.
It's quite harsh, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a tough conversation.
It's not fun. Like
not fun.
I don't enjoy like walking into a room and knowing everyone's going to talk to my friend and not me. That's not fun.
Yeah.
But I think I'd be delusional if I walked into a room and I thought, wow, like they're all going to talk to me first.
I think in addition to your point, men understand hierarchy.
I was just going to say that.
So we understand that I'm a 4 because there are guys that are 5 and get this attention. Guys that are 6, they get that attention. 7 and so on and so forth. Whereas women, I don't want to say they live in a delusion sometimes, but it's a case of,
Hey, bro, look, that delusion goes both ways. I have definitely seen dudes that think they're going to get that hot chick that she's referring to who had absolutely no chance, no skills, no game, and yet they go after her anyway. That's equally delusional. I don't think that this delusion is a gender-based thing.
because I believe I'm this, I am that. And I was going to speak about gender, but I thought, let me not, because there's a whole separate topic where...
Oh my gosh. The modern woman is going to struggle to actually attack the gender conversation. And here they are talking about men and women, except they're supposed to include every other 72 genders.
People will go, oh, what is gender? And then, yeah.
Yeah, let's not go into that.
Yeah, let's not go into that, please.
You're going to get me in trouble.
But I do think that women also understand hierarchy. It's just like in this day and age, because we've been exposed to what men want, we kind of understand like, oh, okay, that's not what men want, but I don't care because I'm never going to be that, you know, without money and clout, shall I say.
What do you guys think men want?
Kim Kardashian.
Body. Whoa, let's ask y'all that.
I want to hear, because you said like you think that girls understand what men want. So I want to go like one by one. And what do you think men want?
No.
Honestly,
One at a time. Sorry.
I couldn't tell you because I feel like, again, I've never been in a relationship, but I've chatted to quite a few guys, and it seems like it's not even that I don't live up to their standards. I feel like I'm never what they want. And I'm like, is it looks? Okay, apparently I checked that box, but they still don't want me. Is it personality? Yeah, you're cool, your vibes, but I don't want to wife you. Like, I don't get it. You say you want personality, but you still go and try and treat a girl like a hoe. And I know this is not all guys. I understand that. And maybe this is just the guys I attract. I don't know what I'm doing, but okay, cool.
That's an interesting conversation. So as women, we attract what it is that we're projecting into a space. So if you're projecting that you're not worthy of respect, somebody who wants to spend time with you or to commit to you, figure out what it is about you and project something or become something. Work on developing what you are, who you are, and the value that you bring to a relationship so that you can attract the kind of man that you want. Before I met Tom, I created him in my mind, the kind of man that I wanted, even down to being tall, dark, he's a larger man, athletic, a special operator. Like, these were all the things that I wanted in a man. I wanted someone to have children with who I knew would provide for me, protect our children. And I began to do the work of becoming the kind of woman that a man like that is likely going to pursue.
But I just feel like maybe society as a whole, not everyone, we do care a lot about looks. And I think that is a lot about like it's very superficial. I think a lot of guys are very superficial. Again, not all guys, but maybe a certain kind of guys, they just care more about looks.
We are equally superficial. And I think that there's something in that lizard brain of ours that we are looking for a mate who will bear healthy children, who has a good genetic code, who can, like I said, protect us and care for us. And men are looking for a woman who is going to be a good mom, good at bearing children, able to carry kids. I mean, it's a scientifically proven fact that it's part of innately what we look for in a mate is the ability to produce and raise healthy children because we want to get our DNA down the line. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Could I give you some advice in regards to like dealing with a guy that you're not sure where you stand with him, where he's saying like he might have sex with you, but he's not willing to commit to you, or he might, take you out on dates, or you might cook dinner for him, or you might take him on dates, whatever it is, but there's no commitment, there's no long-standing chance of a relationship, If you're dealing with that kind of situation, I think there's one sentence that would clear up the whole thing. Would you like to meet my dad? Bang.
What if you don't have a dad?
Okay, fair enough. But would you like to meet my family? Would you like to meet my brother? Would you like to meet my mum? As soon as you take it there, I'm sorry, but there's an immediate decision that partner has to make. Am I actually serious about this? Do I want to? I invested in this person enough to actually engage with their family? So, and honestly, from the beginning, if you introduce your boyfriend, your fling, whatever it is, if you're trying to get commitment from them, if you introduce them to your family from the beginning, you can see how they engage with your family members. Are they respectful?
Especially a male counterpart in the family.
Absolutely, because they can tell what that guy is up to.
But what if you don't have a male counterpart?
That's
What if you don't have a brother? What if you don't have a...
I understand that there are those circumstances, obviously. I would still say introduce them to your family.
No.
Do you have a
100%.
trusted
100%.
elder brother type figure or a father type figure that you trust? If you don't, many moms out there have played the role of both father and mother.
Right.
Even your friend who's a guy.
Sorry?
Even your friend who is a guy can
I
tell.
don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
No, because
Because that's your boy.
friend who's a guy might be actually
That's your
secretly
boy.
fancying
They're gonna-
you. Do you know what I'm saying? Sorry.
That's true. That's true. 100. They're gonna tell you this. Yeah, he's mad because he wants you. Yeah.
Exactly. So he may not be very objective about
No.
it. A family member will be.
So, what do you guys think that men want?
I kind of agree with Thais. Like, it's kind of weird. Some guys might just want looks or body. Some guys want to see like where the girl's going in the career or what she's actually interested in. Some guys, I don't know.
Okay.
They might have some similarities or something. I don't know. I don't actually know.
What about you?
From what I've gathered from guys that have been interested in me, as well as like guy friends, most of the time they don't want a plus size girl because either they're afraid or embarrassed or whatever, or if they do, they only want to be low key about it. They don't want to show you off. They don't want people to know that they're like talking to you or trying to do a thing with you. But most of the guy friends that I've had usually want like girls, definitely big bum. It's always a big bum. Always. And then, but thing is, most of the time they want the big bum, but they don't want the things that come with the big bum, like the natural stuff that come with the big bum.
Hourglass.
Yeah. They want the nice boom like figure.
So I want to hear from the guys. What do you guys
What do y'all want?
If you guys wanted to get married, what would you look for in a wife?
Do you want to go first?
I'm going to get hate for this, but submissiveness.
Submissive.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh,
Okay.
that's fine.
Okay.
For me,
Submissiveness. Bro ain't been married. Submissiveness is boring. boring. No thanks.
Look, I'm a Muslim. I may not be religious, but I try to be. Submission isn't the word that I tend to use. You're like, if a woman is submissive to God, then she will do her duty as a wife. Yeah. What I require from a wife is fun. If there's one word, it's cooperativeness. What does that mean? That you have a wife, a partner that is gonna ride or die with you towards the same goal, towards the same end. Yeah. That is the fundamental quality that I require from a woman. Beauty will fade.
Facts.
Beauty will fade.
Not all the time.
Not all the time. Look, there are some 50-year-old women out there that still got it. God bless them. Yeah.
Right.
True. Yeah. But listen, cooperativeness.
I love how they're talking about 50-year-old women like they're old and their beauty's going to fade. I was your age once too.
Like, are you going to be holding it down, whilst I'm struggling at work? Or, if there's kids at home crying and screaming, are you going to give up easy? What kind of character do you have? Do you have resilience? Do you have like the ability to give me peace when I need it? Are you going to be able to take care of things as I need you to, when I need you to?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying have a woman like at the end of a whip, yo, do this for me, do that for me. No. It's that. What was that?
Carry on.
The main thing, I think, is just that fundamental cooperativeness, that we agree towards the similar goal or the same goal, and that we're both gunning for that together. Now, we might have separate roles when gunning for that same goal, but the goal is the same. And if she's on board, that's it.
Yeah, I agree.
Ish, what about you?
You said a lot of things as well. So, but like, just to add on to what you guys said, I just want peace. I want someone that can bring me peace when I come back from the world that I'm having to fight in order to kind of bring something to the table.
What I find fascinating is you have these young men who are part of this generation where gender roles are supposed to be very fluid. And most of what I hear them saying is that the things they're looking for in a wife are on the list of traditional marriage, not something that's being fed to them by today's culture. And I find that encouraging.
From your answers, ladies, it sounded like you girls didn't really know what men want.
I didn't say anything. So.
Fair enough.
Well, so that would more indicate you don't know what men want.
So the men are clear on what they want in a woman, and the woman is not clear what a man wants. Now that is definitely part of the mixed messages that are being sent to young women today. I really feel for young women. And if I had one piece of advice, it would be, don't feel pressured to do the latest thing with your life. Do what you know in your heart to be right. And don't be influenced by popular culture when it comes to things that are this important in your life.